And I was like, oh, I mean, well, we're all different, right? So I'm gonna go from the center part. I don't know if that helps you. What I mean by partially hand tied, I'll take this off and show you because I know that sometimes permatease is a deal breaker for some people. Now, what I love about Winston is just this bouncy style, but everybody is different in what they are looking for and what feels best on their own head. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda, and today I'm going to be giving you a review of Winston from Belle Tress's LuxSE Collection. But before I jump into that, I'm going to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you can learn even more about alternative hair. So I'm actually really surprised I have not yet put a review of Winston on my channel. I've done a few short videos with Winston, but I haven't done a full review, and I'm surprised by that, because Winston is one of my favorite styles from Belle Tress's newer launch of their LuxSE styles. The moment I put this on my head, I was just like, yes, this one feels so me. So I'm wearing Winston right now in the color Butterbeer Rooted. With Butterbeer Rooted, you are gonna find a mix of a lighter, cooler blonde. You're gonna find more of a medium, neutral, kind of sandy blonde color, and then you are going to have some medium brown roots. Overall, this creates a neutral, leaning a little bit cool, dimensional rooted blonde color. If you are into Shaded Biscuit from Raquel Welch, Milkshake Blonde from Belle Tress's City Collection, colors like those, you will also love Butterbeer Rooted. Let me start just by giving you a full spinaroo here of Winston. So Winston is made with heat-friendly synthetic fibers, as are all of Belle Tress's styles. You will not find one style by Belle Tress that is made with regular synthetic. They are all heat-friendly. So basically what that means is you can use heat, any heating tool really, up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit on this style to either straighten it, to curl it, and in fact, you truly do need heat on heat-friendly synthetic styles in order to maintain the fiber. Now, I talk about heat-friendly synthetics all the time. Anytime I'm wearing one, anytime I show one, I try to mention it. But just so we know, again, to make it very clear, if you are new to wigs especially, if you have a heat-friendly synthetic style and it's gonna sit on your shoulders or lower especially, you're gonna find that the ends of your fiber are going to get frizzy and frazzly and crunchy feeling. Your fibers are gonna get a bit tangly, and you are going to have to maintain it with heat in order to get rid of that frazzly fiber. So if you don't like using heating tools, or you are unable to use heating tools for any reason, or you just have a hard time with it, you might find that heat-friendly synthetic fiber is just not your jam. You may be better geared towards regular synthetic fiber, or you may be better suited for styles that are going to be sort of mid-neck length and shorter. Now, recently I have discovered that I might have a long neck, and I've discovered this because I get messages often about women who, wear wigs that I show, and they're like, well, that wig that you showed was a lot longer on me. And I was like, oh, I mean, well, we're all different, right? We all have different face lengths, we all have different neck lengths. So where a wig sits on me might not be where a wig sits on you. Sometimes women get mad at me and they're like, you sent me the wrong wig, it's way longer. And I'm like, it's the same wig, we're just not the same person. So what I'm gonna do for you here, I always like using my own measuring tape to show you how long these wigs actually are. And I'll also measure my face and my neck for you, because for some reason, every time I measure my face and my neck, I always forget what the actual measurements are. I don't know why, they're just not sticking. So I'm gonna go from the center part and just go to the end of the flippy fiber here. So that is roughly 12 inches, not stretching out the fiber, just letting it fall naturally. I'll even do it on this side as well. So again, roughly 12 inches from your center part. So you can take your own measuring tape, put it in the center of your head and see where 12 inches falls on you. Or to get a better idea, I'll show you from my hairline, where I typically wear my wigs. Right at my hairline to my chin is about 7.5 inches. Okay, now that measurement's coming back to me. I'm gonna try and remember that, 7.5 inches. And then my neck, you know what? I never know how to measure my neck, so I'm just gonna like stick it right in there. Right in like the crease, right where your like quadruple chin is gonna be. And then go down to my collarbone, I guess, which is 5 inches. So I don't know if that helps you. Anyways, 7.5 inches, 5 inches. Did I say 5 inches or 5.5? I said 5. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all the measurements jumbled up. And then we got about 12 inches to where Winston falls naturally from your center part. So now you know. Now, what I love about Winston is just this bouncy style. Many of you might know Belle Tress to be a brand that does a lot of low density, no permatease styles. And that might be a big reason why you gravitate towards Belle Tress. Those low density, no permatease styles are really great for people who have been experiencing hair loss, who are not used to having a lot of hair on their head and just want something a little more lightweight and natural looking. But Winston here, you guys, Winston is not a low density, plus Winston has permatease. Now, these LuxSE caps by Belle Tress, they are partially hand-tied caps. What I mean by partially hand-tied, I'll take this off and show you and then I'll put her back on. Partially hand-tied means that part of the wig is hand-tied and part of the wig is machine sewn into wefting. So the top of Winston here has this full monofilament top where all of the fibers have been hand-tied onto this monofilament material. And then it goes straight into your lace front that wraps around your silicone ear tabs. And on the lace front here, also made with that same monofilament material, you have all of the fibers hand tied onto this. In the top half of the cap here, this is also hand tied. You can see that each fiber has been tied onto this cap into cluster knots. So we have clusters of this heat-friendly fiber being tied onto this cap. When you have a hand-tied portion of a cap, you are never gonna find permatease where it has been hand-tied, never. However, what we have here, like I said, is partial hand-tied, partial wefting. Wefting is where all the fibers have been machine sewn into rows. That helps reduce costs and it helps provide a bit more structure to the cap as well. Whenever you have wefting, you can find permatease within that wefting. And for Winston here, you do find permatease at the base of the fiber, so right at the root here. And that permatease is basically a short-haired crimping effect done at the root of your fiber that gives it volume, shape, and a bit of structure. Now, before I put this cap back on, let me just show you here. We also have this extended felt nape and then your Velcro adjusters where you can make this a little bit smaller for your circumference. So that's the cap of Winston. So now that I've shown you where that partial wefting is in the bottom half of the cap, that is where you're gonna find the permatease. So you're gonna find that Winston lays nice and low profile up at the top of the wig. It's not gonna be too poofy up here, which I love. I don't personally love the wigs that have like all that extra permatease in the crown. That just gives it this weird helmety feel. And I don't love wigs that have too much permatease up in here. However, where the wefting is on Winston is the bottom half of this cap. So you're gonna find the permatease in that bottom half of the cap, and that's just basically going to give this style a little bit of a fuller, bouncier look in sort of the body of the wig. Now, you're not gonna find permatease in all of Belle Tress's LuxSE styles, but I have found that in the most recent launches that they've been doing, some of them do have that permatease there. So make sure you're watching for some of my reviews so that you can see if they do or don't. Because I know that sometimes permatease is a deal breaker for some people. Okay, so with this style of Winston, you are going to find these really sweet curtain bangs at the front here. They're a bit longer. They're gonna brush back and away from your face. Plus, you have layering throughout this style here. So a bunch of layering, and then just a nice, soft, subtle, gentle wave throughout the whole style. Now we also have this lace front that goes all the way to that silicone ear tab here. So it goes all the way around. So if you want to pull it, tuck it behind your ear, you can, and it sort of gives you a sort of natural look. I mean, to an extent, a little bit more natural than if you didn't have the lace front, but still it's kind of a little bit of a perfect line there. But you can tuck it behind your ear. One thing I do notice though, when I do tuck these ones with silicone ear tabs, it lifts right here. So you might find that putting a little bit of adhesive, either glue or tape right on the silicone can help sort of pin that down if you are a bit of an ear tucker. I am personally not a huge ear tucker with sort of mid-length and longer styles. I'm more of an ear tucker with shorter styles. Now with this lace front, especially on this particular color, something that I will point out with Butterbeer Rooted is that they bring all of the lighter, cooler blonde forward, which is great on one hand because it creates a less visible knot at your hairline. You tend to see darker knots more easily. So the reason they bring this forward is so that you don't see the knot as easily. However, on the other hand, the downfall of doing that, do you see this like white, like almost this white line, this white band around your forehead, that if you were to pull this whole thing off of your face, that to me is not realistic. Like that looks crazy to me. I do actually have a video where I show that I use some darker eyeshadow to blend this lace front a little bit better. And I find that that is a little bit helpful into making it a bit more natural. Okay, aside from that lace front, you have that full monofilament top. So that allows you to part this anywhere you want on top and give you that illusion of growth right from your scalp there. So you can part it on the left, on the right, in the center. Hold on, let me show you what it looks like with the side part too, in case you wanted to see, because I know not everybody is a center part gal. Here we go, here's a side part for you. And then I'll do a left one just in case. So having that side part gives you a little bit of that longer side swept look here. All right, I'm gonna get it back to the center because that's kind of where it's trained to be at right now. All right, now in terms of the fit of this one and all of Belle Tress's LuxSE caps, it does fit a little bit bigger than average. So I am a petite size. I measure 20.5 inches in circumference, 11.5 inches front to nape, and 11.5 inches ear to ear. This is pretty big in my circumference. I can easily, like, I'm not holding the wig at all, and I can move it super easily. So the circumference is quite large on me. I would definitely have to bring in the adjusters, which would make it fit in my circumference if I brought in the Velcro adjusters. However, that doesn't take away the fact that there is extra bulk in the cap. Like I can pinch quite a bit of extra cap back there with my head size. And then let me show you where the ear tabs sit on me. They do impede on my ear crease just a little bit. They're kind of sitting like right, hold on. Let me try and get this all situated. They do kind of sit like right in my ear crease there. And if I wanted to, I could take this whole wig and put it like all the way around my ears. No problem. I wouldn't do that though. I can wear it behind my ears, but when I do that, of course, then you have that extra bulk. So if you are a petite like me, this will be quite big on you. If you are an average, this will be a little big on you. And if you are a little bit bigger than average, this will be great for you. If you measure about a 23 inch in circumference, which is more of a large size, this could likely work for you too. There is a lot of stretch in your circumference, and there's even stretch within the cap. So I think this could fit you just fine if you were a little bit on the larger side. All right, you guys, I think I shared pretty much everything there is to know about Winston. Like I mentioned, Winston is one of my very favorite styles for me personally that has come out of Belle Tress's newer LuxSE styles. The style is adorable. It has all of the features in a wig that you basically need to make it look as realistic as it possibly can, especially for these, you know, big brand ready-made wigs. And although it is a bit big on me, it is a comfortable cap, and typically this type of cap many women find to be a little bit more comfortable than an open wefted cap. but everybody is different in what they are looking for and what feels best on their own head. Now, these Belle Tress LuxSE styles can be a little bit expensive, so at the end of the day, it's really up to you and what you feel works best for your budget. Not only that, also realizing that a style like this with fibers like these heat-friendly fibers do need some maintenance as you wear it. So before you purchase, just make sure you are comfortable with using hot tools or are willing to learn how to use hot tools in order to help maintain, especially the ends of the fibers on Winston and other heat-friendly synthetic fiber styles. But I think I am done talking now. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them below. As always, thank you so much for being here and watching my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.